Well, we had a wild bus trip to Nikiti. Um, the driver was, I think, crazy, to be honest with you, and the temperature was soaring by this time. When we got there, we found a church, and I asked that age old question of Marion, and she gave us the answer. How hot are you?
There's no word for it.
Very hot.
Yeah.
Yes. Nikiti struck us as a nice little town. It had everything you need for day-to-day living, supermarkets, etc. Gardens were amazing, as you can see from this tree. And the houses, very South American style, Spanish style. Lots of cars, though. Amazingly large amount of cars for the town size. But, it is what it is. And we dodged a few as we walked around. Yes, at this time it was very, very warm again. And we spotted these two old cars were covered in dust. And here we had almost a living wall. The owner must have taken these olive oil cans and hand painted them to create a very interesting and attractive feature on his house. I really liked it. I thought it was really good. Further in the town, this is a restaurant. There's so many restaurants and bars here. You're never going to starve or go thirsty, that's for sure. I don't know if you can see the little green mantis on the hat. He's cute. There's no doubt about it.
He's our new pet?
He's our new pet. What we're going to call him?
Yeah.
Giros the Mantis.
Giros.
There he is. Look how proud he looks sitting on top of your hat, looking out to sea.
Oh, okay.
But there he is.
Hey, Giros.
Giros the Mantis.
He's very active.
He's very active. Do you recommend any nice eateries, Giros?
Over there.
Over there?
Okay.
Cool.
Oh.
So yeah, we've managed to relocate Giros, the Mantis. And he's now happily wandered off to torment somebody else. And we're just sitting here at... Where are we?
We're at Nikiti Port.
We will say that it's hot, because it is hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you can see in the water the little fish.
Hot doesn't even describe it.
But it's a good start, because hot is basically what it is.
Yeah.
There's people jumping into the water on the edge of the jetty there, or whatever you want to call it. And it's flat calm, the sea. Over there you can see Cassandra. Not a person, that's the landmass over the other side. And it's all very lovely.
It's a very busy resort, though, compared to Jerikini, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's more touristy.
But there you go. We'll have a little walk down and see what else there is. I must say the beach area in Nikiti is lovely. There's no doubt about that. Very well used as well. I can see why people come here on holiday. The sea was very still and it's very, very shallow. Easy to get in and out of no matter what age you are. And the bay shape that it forms means that it's quite safe. You don't have any real issues with tide or large waves or anything of that type. We liked it. We thought we could come back here again, no problem at all, and spend some time here. So we were trying to take some video today, the walk down to the bar and the restaurant, but unfortunately it didn't come out. A real shame, because we were absolutely hilarious on the walk down there. Some real good content. You'd have laughed yourself silly, honestly.
Yeah.
But unfortunately it didn't come out.
Top quality.
Yeah.
It's been one of those days, though. Technology has failed us.
It has. Yeah, we actually made a rookie mistake and didn't plug the microphones in on the walk down, so the audio didn't come out.
But honestly, it was dead funny.
And on the bus trip we had this morning to Nikiti, the audio was very poor. It sounded like we were underwater, which was a shame, because, again, it was quite funny. Yeah, we tried to use some of it anyway, but I don't know if it's going to be worth it. We'll have a go, though. I think we need to change the channel name again to either New Tubers or Poo Tubers, because obviously we're rubbish at this. But we'll keep trying. I think it's just senior moments on my part that cause the problem.
When we were on the bus, we did the thing. We remembered the microphones, we plugged them in and we used them. They just didn't work for some reason. Maybe it didn't like the bus. The bus, you'd have loved it. Maybe we can save some of the footage to show you, but it was hilarious. He was throwing us around. We were bouncing down. We'd been standing in the heat. It was nearly 40 degrees.
Yeah.
We felt sick.
Yeah.
It was great. Brilliant telly.
All
really
of those
good.
things, yeah. I mean, we were questioning our judgment when we got off in Nikiti, because Nikiti is, I think you'd call it a beach town. That's pretty much it. Lots of restaurants and bars. I mean, it's lovely. The beaches area is lovely. We did take some footage of that, but there's not an awful lot there, and it was really, really hot. And
The traffic's mental.
the traffic is crazy. We almost got knocked over a couple of times. Not our fault, we were just standing, minding our own business. But cars wanted to be where we were, and they weren't ashamed to try and muscle in.
Drive up to you.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
And the traffic lights at one point weren't working, so there was a policeman with his cute little white gloves on and his whistle. He was practically having a mentee bee in the middle of the crossroads, trying to make people go where he wanted.
Because it was about midday by this time, and he obviously didn't want to be there. And he made it very obvious that he found everything and everybody really annoying.
It was good to watch.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been if the sweat hadn't been trickling into my eyes at that point.
And I thought he was going to swallow his whistle at one point. He just, the guy was just going crazy with it. But never mind. We quite enjoyed it, even though it was really, 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 really hot.
We call it an adventure.
Yeah.
Ordeal is another word.
Yeah. But some of the supermarkets we went in, just respite for the aircon, were very interesting and actually quite cheap.
Yeah.
Looking at some of the produce, it was much cheaper than the UK for meat and stuff like that.
The quality looked amazing as well. Excellent.
Yeah. Fruit and veg, absolutely incredible. Nothing like we get in the UK. I mean, the tomatoes are huge and bright red, really amazingly so. But anyway, that's
we digress.
Domestic science part over.
Talking about tomatoes.
Yeah.
But we did find at one point we were super hot. And we said that we were going to go and see the old town of Nikiti.
Yeah.
We followed the sign for a little while until we thought, we might die out here.
Yeah, we were in the middle of nowhere. Signs mean nothing.
So Alan spotted a really big church and figured big churches mean there'll be people or at least tourists. So we headed for that.
We'll go and pray to be saved, basically.
Yeah. Found that. Got a picture, we'll show you. And then we went back to the highway and found an ice cream parlour, which again we've got some pictures of. The lady in there was amazing. She was so lovely. Had the best lemon sorbet I've ever had in my life, with little pieces of actual lemon rind in it. So fresh and delicious.
And very tart. And I'm fond of a tart. I am, yeah. At that point, the microphone's packed up again. Hey ho, so what we'll do is leave you with a view of the evening sky.